Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna there, noodles. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Grand Rising. Hey, you're on a great time zone there. There, Janaki. A few hours ahead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, back in Tucson here. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. I got this little parking lot here. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Woo. Hare Krishna. Krishna likes to move around, man. I can feel it, man. Krishna, Krishna. The traveling sannyasi, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't have my sound system here, so yeah, I'll play another song. Why not? Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Sri Advaita, Sri Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Dora Bhakta Krishna. Ah, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right, let's chant some japa here. Krishna, Gauranga. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaur Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaura Bhaktavinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Now you guys have so many spiritual experiences. Just having more and more and more. It's amazing, huh? Noodles and now Fanny. Hare Krishna. Up the mountain, we'll go hard down. All right, we went up the mountain, man. Let's go up the mountain again there, Fanny. Let's do it right now. Hare Krishna. I think I'm already up there. I'm halfway up. 3/4 maybe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Maybe I'm all the way up. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I always like to climb. I'm a rock climber. Climbing the rock of Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. I'll read this a little bit later. I saw some of it there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Rama Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gaura Chandra Gauranga 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 Gaura Chandra Gauranga Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Nityananda 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Oh, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda. Gauranga, Gaurachandra, 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 Gaurachandra. Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, 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 Nimai Pandit, Nimai Pandit, Nimai Pandit, Nimai Pandit, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Radha. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ah, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Hari. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hari Krishna Hari Hari Rama. Okay, let's see what is funny right here. It's a nice big long thing, must be important. Last night I dreamed that I was going to climb a mountain with Gaur Hari Das. All right. I had no strength to get up to the top, but thanks to Guru, I reached the top hand in hand. Upstairs I cried so much with gratitude. Hare Krishna gave Hare Krishna gave me the message to keep following the right path under the guidance of the greatest spiritual teacher, Gaur Hari Das. And so you can handle any obstacle in your life path, even if it involves trial and error. All glories to Gaur Hari Das, who makes my life so much easier. I will continue to follow him. Oops. I will continue to follow him. This is what I have been looking for all my life. I don't need to study books. No, Guru's word is what I need to hear and feel. Now that's conclusive there, Fanny. Yeah, um, that's it in a nutshell. What you're saying. I feel the same way about this path and these devotees, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, the Panchatattva, all these Gaura Bhaktas, Radha and Krishna, the whole family affair here. That's how I feel. like that. And you feel that way because, you know, that's the gift here coming through our sangha, is this uh this bond, this protection, this where Krishna and his transcendental through his transcendental potency protects us, nourishes us, gives us the real life, and the real happiness and the real feeling like, wow, I'm safe. How his Maya is always, people are looking for safety, right? And the demons know that, the ones who are they're serving Maya, they get you to serve Maya. They look for us to find safety in them, right? Safety in Fauci's and their all in one solutions, so-called solutions, and not never giving us clear understanding about anything. And so when we look for safety, that's the lesson. People are looking for love and safety and protection and purification in all the wrong places, or in the places that can't give you much. Maybe they give you something. Like people, like in the Vaidhi Bhakti sector of ISKCON and all these other, they're looking for safety in the rules and the regulations. See, they're looking for safety and certainty in the rules and regulations and the ceremonial worship of Krishna. There's something there. See, there's something in everything. See, but there's also fault. If you analyze all the paths, even Vaidhi Bhakti, even the one Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta taught, Vaidhi Bhakti, regulative devotional service, there's always some faults. Varnashram Dharma, there's some fault. Because it's still material. And this is when you find this path, and this is the jewel, this is the pearl of great price. This is the perfect path, this perfect protection. This is what Fanny is realizing. This is a gift from her faith in Guru and Krishna. Look at the faith she has in Krishna because of the faith in Guru. Look at the experiences the Lord gives her, these realizations. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, see Krishna and Guru and the Vaishnavas with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of how to come to me. See, these kinds of realizations. The Noodles and Pani are getting really great understanding. Noodles is having all kinds of amazing experiences, uncontrollable crying, All these are spiritual gifts, and to relieve us of material existence. Yeah. These insights and all of this stuff. So yeah, this is all you need. It's all we need. We just stay on this path, and there's no better path than this. That's its perfection. Is the grace of Lord Chaitanya is the perfection, and if that's given anywhere, and it is here, then everything is perfect. The grace of Lord Chaitanya is sufficient. Even those who have a relationship with Jesus Christ know some of that. The grace of their love for their Lord is sufficient. See, the love for true servants of the Lord who come here and manifest in the world. They're very rare. They're very beautiful. Like Lord Chaitanya is very rare. His devotees are very rare. His devotees now in 2024 are very rare. His real devotees. A lot of ones are inspiring to be associates, intimate transcendental associates. But you got to come through the door. You got to come through that rare door. And those who come through it so easily, like Fanny here, so easily get it. So easily get the mercy and all that. She's getting is better than 1,000 Acharya Devs or any of these kind of gurus. Anything they can get, because they can't everything they have to offer has always got some fault. Here we get protection on all levels, even in this world. That's my Lord Chaitanya and your Lord Chaitanya. If you agree with these conceptions here. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. All right. What do we got? Need some water. Water. Where is it? Oh, it's right over there. Yeah, I got to get this water, but it's. See, I could do it like maybe this. See if I get rid of this here. Let's see here. Okay, go like this. Gotta pinch up like this. Get the water. Okay, got a boxed in here. Okay. Okay. All right, what do we got here? Let's check it out here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's books. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Jalila. Hmm. Hmm. The Lord's return to Jagannath Puri. I think we'll do that. Yeah, okay. Just a link here. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is like who is like who is like compared to a cloud that pours water on fields of grain, which are like devotees suffering due to a shortage of rain. Separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a drought, but when the Lord returns, his presence is like a nectarian rain that falls on the grains and saves them from perishing. See, yeah, so the association of devotees who are connected with Lord Chaitanya, whose life and soul is Lord Chaitanya, his transcendental potency. This is sadhu sangha, so you come into this kind of sangha, this kind of association with real devotees. It's the only practical way to get connected with this bhakti, this rare pure bhakti, is through real devotees. This is why it doesn't work in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smiti and these other places I went. I was looking for real associates of Lord Chaitanya. Because if you are, then you know the power of Lord Chaitanya. You know the grace of Lord Chaitanya. The transcendental potency of Lord Chaitanya is so clear, it's so clean. There's no edge to it. See, it's so perfect. It's so much the cause of perfection. It's like a new Genesis. And I was looking for that in ISKCON. I didn't find it. I was looking for in the Gaudiya Samiti. I didn't find that perfection. You know, and so yeah, it's like spring water. Yeah, spring water. Your living spring. Yeah, yeah. And so the Lord is like that. His grace, and that only way to really connect with that grace, because it's not from this world. It's brought from the spiritual world here. And it comes through the devotees like a faucet for that, like there's a hose they're connected to all the way to the spiritual world, and it's like the hose, the end where that water, that particular water that comes through. See, like a hose is protected and funnels the energy, right? It funnels the energy. That's a disciplic line, and Lord Chaitanya's line with that family is particular. It's protected, and it just comes into this manifestation in this world through the hose, which is the end of the line of your material life and the beginning of the line for spiritual life. And so that's the thing, and that's why you very quickly make progress here, because you get a taste, you get the rays of that, and then you want more, because you realize, wow, this is where safety is, and this is where real happiness is, even though the clouds of Maya come. That's why you got to stick with this. You got to, because you know and it just, you get more and more relieved by following this path. Like Noodles was telling me yesterday that she had this uncontrollable crying. She cried, she cried, she cried, she cried, and then afterwards she felt like something was lifted off of her. See, this is why this is the grace of the Lord. He cleanses us from within. See, so shows you, this is confirmation that this path is real, this path is true, and this path is powerful. Matter of fact, to get relieved of all these things, these anarthas and these this ignorance in any other way is very hard, and it doesn't really work. This works. See, the Lord very spontaneously just comes because of faith in Guru and Krishna, like she has faith in Guru and Ram as her form, and everything works. It's just everything flows, everything manifests. Oh, that's all you need. Everything. It's like that's, you get the right understanding. You see, like Fanny said, that's all I need. I don't need to study books or anything. I just need to hear from Guru. I need sadhu sangha. I need to be around real devotees. That's it. Real devotees of Lord Chaitanya, and they have signs and symptoms. So that's what we're here to share with the world. You know, and it's unusual. This preaching is unusual. It's uncommon. Matter of fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, for you studious ones who study these books and these Raganuga things that you really don't understand, Bhaktivinoda says you must meet the uncommon preceptor. The uncommon preceptor is like that. He's uncommon, or she's uncommon because of the grace of the Lord. That's uncommon. The grace of Lord Chaitanya is uncommon. It's not commonly around. Just like gold, you don't find gold everywhere. Go out there and find some gold. Go in the world, find some gold. It's even harder. Go out there and find a real associate of Lord Chaitanya. You think in ISKCON, out of those thousands of gurus and millions of followers, you think you can just find even one that easily? Or the Gaudiya Smriti, or all of Vaishnavism? No, they're uncommon. They're very rare. So we're here to teach all that stuff. Without these teachings, there would not be this ecstatic devotion that you see already in some members of our sangha. You wouldn't see this kind of progress. You wouldn't recognize this path. You wouldn't see this path. It's only the devotees, only if you meet the bumblebees. Oh, let's go to those verses too. Chaitanya Chandramrita, yeah. Okay, let's go to the verses here. Yeah, glorification of Lord Chaitanya's devotees. Chaitanya Chandramrita, uh, Nectar Muna, Lord Chaitanya. See, talk of impersonal liberation will not become bitter. The shackles of blind adherence to social and Vedic convention will not become loosened, and the tumultuous debate of Vedic scholars on the merits of various useless paths will continue until, as long as a devotee who is like a bumblebee drinking the nectar of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet does not appear before the eyes. See, everything else looks good in this world because that's the nature of the Lord's potencies. In his Maya, it appears to be good, but it's really not as good as you think. It's usually actually bad. Everything is just meant to attract us in the Lord's Maya. See, a beautiful man, beautiful woman are meant to attract us to procreate. But as you get too involved, you think that beauty ends up has an edge to it. It's not perfect. Nothing is perfect in this world. See, gold and money and the fruitive path and everything appears to be attractive. It attracts certain people. But ultimately, you see, there's something not so perfect about it, and that goes for everything. Everything is attractive in this world because the Lord is attractive. You know the meaning of the all attractive Lord? He cannot be all attractive if he doesn't attract everybody, but he does. He attracts people through his Maya, his inferior energy, and he attracts people through his superior energy. See? So, what are we doing? Because we're connecting people to the grace of Lord Chaitanya so they're attracted to his superior energy. See? Because that's faultless. That causes you to have good fortune in this life, to find real safety, to find real purification, to find real perfection quickly. See, Narayan Raj was, and all ISKCON, Narayan Raj, Radhakund Babaji's, they say they got it and all that stuff, but they teach the path to attain that mercy. And the path they teach is tough. They teach this sadhana siddha. You got to be perfect by doing perfect sadhana. You got to chant one lakh. You got to one dry lakh. You got to follow all these rules and these regulations to attain the superior energy. Basically, they're not even clear about what that means. To them, it's just a picture. All of them. Oh yeah, to attain darshan, the picture of Krishna. Here, why don't I just hold a picture of Krishna before you? There you go. You've attained Krishna. There's their picture, man. Let's make it more graphic here. Let me get it. I can't do it. Anyway, holding up a picture of Krishna. They think, this is attaining Krishna. See, that's called speculation. That's not conclusive. Attaining a picture of Krishna is not attaining Krishna. You just got a speculative picture of Krishna, not an experience of Krishna. You got to commune with the transcendental Lord, the Lord's transcendental manifestation and potency. Yeah. See, that's why when you meet the real devotees and you come into sadhu sangha and get some purification of these pictures, that you inherit from inexperienced devotees. See, those who don't, they teach you the tough paths, that, oh yeah, to attain Krishna, you got to follow all these rules and these regulations and all that stuff. If Fanny's not following that path, sounds like she's found something better. You know, she's found a better way. Look, she never followed all the rules that Acharya Dave's. Well, I don't know if he's following rules much, really, or any of them. Yeah. What is the difference between a lot of these leaders in ISKCON and these popes? Usually in their hearts they're kind of materialists and they're just in a job. It's just a job for them to make money. I don't know. Maybe they are a little sincere. I don't know. I don't really care. I found the perfect path 1,000 times better than that. You know, so everything else goes on until you find a devotee who is like a bumblebee, tasting the truths and the nectar and glorifying, the perfect path. The perfect path comes through the devotee. Their word is the way. You see how this word is different than Narayan Raj's word? Narayan Raj's word is do the rules, do the uh, um, first deserve, then desire, do the rules, do the regulations, renounce this, renounce the world, be free of material anarthas by your strength and your chanting one lakhs and all of that stuff. That's kind of a tough path, isn't it? And then after many lifetimes, you'll get prema. You think how many people will hold on? Well, who knows? I bet so many will fall away because it's especially in this Kali Yuga. Who has such strength to hold on to, before you get some taste? Before you got to do a lot of austerities first, a lot of renunciation of the world. That's what they do. He saw people falling away. I know. I was in that group. I followed him around, and he gave lectures about people falling away because of the tough path. He knew it was tough. I knew his sannyasis who are gurus now. I talked with them. They said, well, actually, we had so many followers who came at first. We had like 500 followers. Now we're left with a bunch, like a few brahmacharis. Right? Because he was very tough. It's a very tough path. See, so um, when you come here, you get cleared of all these misconceptions. Lord Chaitanya's grace is the path we teach. If you don't accept this is very much like Paul and Peter's teachings. Like, hey man, Jesus come to make it easy. He came with good news, a good message from God. If you just believe in God's New Testament, new testimony coming through Jesus. Jesus is a true intimate associate of the Lord with a message. If you believe in this message, you can get 1,000 times more benefit than following the path of the Pharisees, which is basically what they teach in ISKCONs and all that is fastings and rules and regulations and mandates and all of you must do this and all of that. But there is a new message. See, that new message for the Vaishnavas came 550 years ago. Just accept the association of Lord Chaitanya and his associates. Get connection with this grace of Lord Chaitanya through his real associates who have received that grace. What's so hard to understand? So anyway, the time is now on the order of Prabhupada in 1996 that I got is to teach this path again, to give you this good news. Hey, just have faith in what we're preaching here. And look, weaknesses like Fanny, they stand up, right? And say, wow, this really works. Wow, this is amazing. This path is so wonderful. And gradually people start to see that. They start to see like, wow, what do you guys got there? It looks like you found gold. And what is this? You're giving this gold out? Nobody gives gold out, right? Nobody gives gold freely because they become materially attached, and gold makes you a miser. That's the nature of wealth in the world. You have to protect it. You know, you have to protect it, and you have to cultivate it. It's always restless. It's always the goddess of fortune, very restless because she's always moving here and there. Investments are like that. It goes up and they go down, and your emotions go up and it goes down. Yeah, that's the nature of the world. See? Krishna has got that, you got to protect Krishna until he grows up, and then he he protects you, and that's what you find here. As Krishna's growing up in you and you're going through all this, you're hanging on and holding on, and the world is telling you, why are you coming to Gohari's place? Can't you see he's all full of himself? And all kinds of stuff they may say. Don't ever come into our temples, man, if you mention his name. All these things. See? But Krishna, as he grows up in you, you don't need that. As a matter of fact, you see these poor fools. They've got false egos, they're entrapped, and you're free. See? You're free and you're wealthy now. Your wealth has grown. And people, Krishna, in a sense, protects himself and protects you. You don't have to protect him so much anymore. Now it's nothing. The Lord is mature in you, and your knowledge and understanding is mature, right? Oh, hey, look at this. Look at this Maya. This is my Lord's Maya. I'm not afraid of this. My Lord, he's an all conqueror. He conquers his own Maya. Yeah. It's only when when Krishna is not born in you, Maya just overtakes you. You see these guys like the Ricardo guy, Roberto. His Maya's he's just taken over by the false ego, pride. Makes him automatically offensive to real devotees. He just offends them, criticizes all that stuff. It's false ego. See, Maya's overtaken that guy. See? Krishna is not growing up because if when you find this path, that's why I teach, you got to become a disciple. You got to be purified. Oh, you can't follow this path. Oh, you want to be guru? Oh, you want to be the one in charge like a Johan? Oh, go ahead, go outside there and be guru. Do what you do whatever you want, man. But I don't want association with people like you. I come here to make friends with people. If people will follow the path that actually works, to get the desired result of love of God. Look how many friends we're getting here. Look, I got Govinda, got Lalita, got Fanny, got Janaki, and other devotees. Dramada's coming. See, got a lot of nice devotees coming here. We're making friends. Hey, you know, I made friends with Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. We're always going deeper together. And now you're part of this. Lalita. So that's how this all works. And so Krishna has to be awakened in you. This is people think they come here like with a big false ego, and they think they're so strong, but that's just a thought, man. You know, that's just false ego. Just by these guys, they dare to be spiritual master and take worship. That's all false ego, man. That's these principalities that actually protect the real Vrindavan from from falsity to come in there. So they protect in that sense. You got to get through them. You got to get through the false acharya. You got to get through the Narayan Raj. Yeah. You got to get through the Radhakund Babajis. You got to get through ISKCON persons. They're hiding the real path, aren't they? Think about it. Isn't this the real path? Prabodhana says, until a devotee who is like a bumblebee at the feet of Lord Chaitanya in that truth and glorifying these things, them manifesting these things, All these other paths will loom. People will still follow, the thousands will follow Narayan Raj, right? On that hard path. Millions will follow ISKCON path and these thousands of gurus they made. Millions will follow for a while, but will they get the desired result? They probably won't make it. Well, certainly not in this life. Radhakun Babaji's, did my wife, ex-wife, make it? She hasn't made it. Has anybody in our Sangha made it? There are people made it and they are making it. Others are making it. They feel it. They feel this. See, this is when you have a real associate. These verses shine, man. They light up. The real devotees light up the verses because that's what was happening 550 years ago. He was such a devotee like that. He wrote verses that were a manifestation of his consciousness. And a devotee in 2024 picks those verses up and lights them up again because a person that's not lit up cannot light those verses. They cannot ignite these verses. The truths of these verses, the glory of these verses. Hey, that's why you see those here like Lalita, she's not looking for a different path. She's not interested in all these things. She's found the gold. She's found the jewels. Govinda, huh? Right? You found the jewel. You found the apex. There's one guy who knows about Bitcoin. He calls this the apex asset. Bitcoin. The apex. And the guy's the most intelligent person financially. There ain't anybody more intelligent than this guy. And he's right. It's the Bitcoin is the apex asset in this world. It's the top. See? But of course, we'll use that apex asset so you know what is the best asset materially in the world. See? With the best and compare it to the apex asset in the material and spiritual world, and that's Krishna. Okay? The Lord Chaitanya, first Lord Chaitanya is Radha and Krishna, but Lord Chaitanya is the apex asset for all living entities in this universe. You know what an asset is? Wealth. It's a store of wealth. That's Lord Chaitanya. See? Lord Chaitanya and relationships. See, actually, not Lord. You won't know the glories of Lord Chaitanya until you have this relationship with Lord Chaitanya. Until you're a relative of Lord Chaitanya. That means love will awaken in you automatically because you found the apex asset in the world for all living entities. We're all part of that family, especially in Kali Yuga. There is no better father, no better mother, no better friend, no more merciful father, no more merciful friend, no more perfect person, no more perfect path that he preaches than the apex savior for all of Kali Yuga. That's what you see by demonstration when you find a real devotee. Otherwise, they're usually false. They can't demonstrate the mercy. Where was Narayan Raj preaching the mercy? He gave you what he said and what he did. Austerities, renunciation, and people, the masses believe, masses of followers, of seekers. The masses believe, oh, this person must be giving me the best path. His word must be the most trusted word. See? Must be the right path. See, so that's why Jesus said, no, you got to find the pearl of great price. That pearl of great price in Kali Yuga is an associate, a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, who Lord Chaitanya, through that relationship that they have, has informed him of all these beautiful things about the truth. See, and you listen to that word. See, that word is full of grace. See, that word causes the Lord to be awakened in you because the Lord is just waiting for this kind of Sangha. Otherwise, he doesn't wake. That's why he didn't awaken in the Naraimara Sangha. That wasn't the place of awakening for the Lord Chaitanya to awaken, because it couldn't be nourished in that Sangha. It's a Vaidhi Sangha going by the name Raganuga, but there's no raga there. So Krishna cannot be born there. See, he's born here. He's born of this word here. He feels safe here, right? Otherwise, Noodles wouldn't have these experiences. Fanny wouldn't have these experiences. Lalita wouldn't have these experiences. Krishna feels safe in association with his real devotees. We protect Krishna, right? And we nourish Krishna here. Then he gets strong. Ask Lalita, ask Govinda. You see, he's growing up in them. He's strong to the point where people are noticing stuff. And we're protected on this path like that. The Holy Spirit coming through Jesus awakened in those 11 persons because of feeling protected by their faith. Even though Jesus left, because of their faith in Jesus and his God, Jesus' God, and conception of God, that the Holy Spirit was pleased to awaken in them and grow up and protect them. Fanny just comes for the right reasons. She is intelligent, sincere, and as we know, Krishna knows everything. Yeah, exactly. And see, intelligent and it's sincere, and sincere, not insincere, sincere. Yeah. Yes, nothing will ever change unless you receive the mercy through Guru Maharaj. Well, you got to find the real associate of Lord Chaitanya. So we have to prove it. I mean, actually, the Lord. I mean, we are available like a flute, isn't it? It's available. See, surrender is you're available for the Lord's breath in this world. His transcendental breath. See? We're available to be used. See, and and that's the thing, when you start to get this transcendental connection with the Lord's transcendental potency, you become very eager to engage in the service of the Lord. Eager. See, like, yeah, I want to chant, man. I want to get up. Yeah, I want to get up. I want to chant. I want to, relish the name of God and then glorify this wonderful path. Help the living entities. It's the word that is the sight, the word of the realizations of a devotee. That's the vision for the followers here in this world who are looking for the real light. Otherwise, you're blind. You're following blind leaders. You're a blind follower until you meet the real devotee who's a real associate of the Lord, who gives you the real sight. The real sight is the real conception of the absolute truth, that the real message that Lord Chaitanya brought. It's time for that message now. See, that the grace of the Lord never went away. It's time to reawaken in people. You want that Krishna to awaken in you? Does that look attractive, the Krishna that the advanced devotees have awakening in them? Do you want to follow? Do you want the Lord to awaken in you and be your most trusted friend? To keep you free from this Maya, this illusion, to keep you free from his Maya in the form of these principalities, protecting the real Vrindavan. These gurus, all of them that I've seen so far, are still under the principalities. If they want to be free, they have to come here. We have the keys. We have the keys to the real kingdom here. No joke. We prove it. We've proved it. They can't prove nothing because their principalities that they worship as Krishna, they're wrong conceptions. Their speculations cannot free them from these principalities. The Lord won't let them go. See, he's let us go. He's letting those who develop faith in this word here go of the false ego, false identification, the pride, and all that stuff. Material pride. Fanny, I don't follow any rules. I just follow my heart, and my heart found Guru, thanks to Lalita. Yes. Oops. Lolita, that Roberto is an example of an ex-brahmachari who studied the books thinking he understood them. Same with the Bible. With this may babble, blah, blah. Yeah, with the Bibles, like from these guys, they just babbling. He came to teach instead of coming to. Yeah, exactly. Those are the ones. That's the problem with study. A lot of times people, they get full of that false ego and then thinking they're superior. Yeah, see, that's a weed. It has to be weeded out. Guru Maharaj, can you please explain what is considered sincere? I feel coming as we are and accepting this word to an extent please, this word to extent is absolutely. Yeah, yeah, of course. And how funny is you feel part of the family. Yeah, yeah. I just use some examples. It's not like, yeah, you're also. Why do you think Noodles and you are having experiences? Why do you feel part of this family? Why do you feel protected? Because of sincerity. That's your faith. Yeah. That's why you experience this. That's why Noodles is uncontrollably crying, because the Lord sees that sincerity. Sees that humility, sees that faith that you have in Guru and Krishna. Absolutely. Yeah, if you come for the right reasons, namely transcendental instead of material. Yeah, look, and what it shows is also in the service attitude of devotees. Is this? I see, like, look at you. You want to help out. You give donations, whatever it is. You don't have to give donations, but if you do whatever, if you have a service attitude towards Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas, beautiful. That's that's a symptom of sincerity and also blessings to be that way. Otherwise, you don't have that kind of heart. Even so I see that. Krishna sees that. He sees your heart like that. You're doing some kind of you know actually, as everybody advances, you'll see all that. What I'm saying, you'll see who is sincere, who has that sincerity, and who is still working on it. Sometimes sincerity is just to hang in there, even though you got all kinds of going on. Yeah. Yeah, and nobody is perfect, just and if you just come here, you'll get that sincerity. It'll rub off on you if you don't have it. Just hang in there. Krishna will win the war ultimately. What is this here? Yeah. Yeah, and don't yeah, so anyway, it's beautiful, the whole thing. Let's get that verse here again. See, they who follow the paths, rules of Varnashram Dharma, worship Lord Vishnu, visit holy places, and study the Vedas, but do not serve the lotus feet of the dear devotees of Lord Gaur, cannot understand the transcendental abode of Vrindavan, which is beyond the reach of the four Vedas. And so this is what people are trying to do. They're trying to understand this transcendental abode of Vrindavan because they don't come to the real associate who actually presents the real transcendental abode, the real conception, the real heart, the real feeling, the real relationship, the real bhav. Because you got to get the real bhav, the real ecstasy of Vrindavan to understand Vrindavan. See, and that's where the most Vaishnavas are nowadays. They just don't understand because they don't approach the real devotees. That's why they're stuck in Varnashram Dharma. That's why even Narayan Raj was stuck in Varnashram Dharma. And he was saying all, it's like these crying schools without any crying. You know, you can't promote the real path of Lord Chaitanya and the real Vrindavan, the real royal road to it, the quick path to it. You can only give this, these misconceptions of like of bygone eras, like in other yugas that you had to attain God through austerities and renunciations and all of that stuff, and but it doesn't work, especially in this Kali Yuga. So all of these people, all of you followers of Narayan Raj, you need to come here, actually, if you want to understand the real Vrindavan. You have to taste it. You have to experience transcendental emotions. And that's that gift of Lord Chaitanya that comes through our Sangha. You got to get purified of that false ego. A lot of those persons in this Vaishnava religion are very similar. A lot of the leaders could be like that Roberto. See, because they have that, and that's their obstacle. And the followers they're under these people. They're leaders that have big false egos like that Roberto guy. You know, that's why and this is the thing, and he won't accept it. But they're all like that. They all project on the devotee. Oh, he's full of himself. He's got a big false ego. See, it's all projection. So for those persons, they usually die in that covering of the false ego, and that's the punishment. Man, they can't recognize real devotees. When real devotees are preaching here, especially as openly as we are here, just faith in their sangha, their association, will deliver you out of illusion. It's it's just like Jesus said, faith. If those who believe in me, all their sins will be forgiven. If you believe in, but you got to believe in the real Jesus and the real conception, not the false ones, the non-devotees with no devotion. Can't preach. Only with devotion can you preach the real conception of a Jesus, of a Lord Chaitanya, of a Radha Krishna, or a Lord Ram. Without devotion, pure devotion, unmaterially motivated, you cannot preach this. You cannot relish this. You cannot taste this. First, you got to taste it and relish it. That's the power to preach it. You realize it. You realize its glories. That's what do you think preaching is? It's just the realization of a real associate of Lord Chaitanya and glorifying this and say, hey man, this is the path. This is the association you're looking for. This is the light of the world. The light of the world of Vaishnavism. I haven't seen any other light like this. It's blazing bright more and more and more because Krishna's growing up in us and making us stronger. He's protecting us. He's protecting all who come here, especially sincerely. And if they're not so sincere, it'll rub off on you. If just hang out and let's see what happens. It's the best chance you got. Yeah. See, Lord Chaitanya is worshipped by the demigods. No, by the Upanishads. Lord Chaitanya destroys the pride of arrogant demigods and sages who do not worship his lotus feet. Ah, what person is so fortunate that he's personally seen Lord Chaitanya? Okay. So, yeah, to see Lord Chaitanya, you would have been fortunate, but not everybody believed in Lord Chaitanya. If you were full of false pride and everything, you would consider him ordinary. You'd be consider him full of false pride and all that stuff. It takes purification. So the way to see about Lord Chaitanya now is you hear about his glories, and then the Lord will reveal himself from within. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, they, people don't worry about sincerity. Here, maybe there's some insincere part in there or something. Don't worry about that. Just understand the principle of association. When you hang out with sincere persons, you become sincere, especially when that's your goal, especially, more sincerity. You get purified in this association. The stuff will burn all these things. That's, you know, yeah. It's always been known you hang out with a thief by association, you become a thief. You intimately associate with thieves, you become a thief. Uh, that's the thing. A lot of people they're intimately associating and have faith in hypocrites. Those are on the hypocritical path. They're not real spiritual masters empowered by the spiritual potency. So there's some hypocrisy there. Therefore, the real path is hidden from those gurus as well as their followers. Criticism of those who are not devotees of Lord Chaitanya. My mind thinks that a person who has countless pious credits and has completely taken shelter of Lord Hari, but does not worship Lord Chaitanya, is very poor and unfortunate. See? Well, yeah, that's how it works, man. You see the progress there, funny. Yeah, and so that's poor and unfortunate if you don't really sincerely worship and glorify Lord Chaitanya. You're poor. You're so poor you can't chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in ecstasy. That's being impoverished. And how many people are? How many you gurus out there? I mean, just thinking out loud. How many of you gurus out there can chant the Hare Krishna mantra in ecstasy like even some of the disciples here do? I bet not even one can do it. Chant in ecstasy and the spontaneous love of all these symptoms that we read about in the Lord Chaitanya's Leela beginning to manifest in their bodies and growing. How many? I bet not even one. I haven't seen even one. Have you? Anybody? See? So you're poor and unfortunate. So, or you're worshiping a misconception of Lord Chaitanya. Just, like there's so many people worshiping Jesus, but they worship a misunderstanding of Jesus. Misconception, a inconclusive idea about Jesus, not based on personal experience. See what? Do you notice this preaching is like Prabodhana's? I always say, hey man, you got to get the grace of Lord Chaitanya. You got to worship him by heart. Otherwise you're poor. You're poor. You have very small knowledge. You very big false ego, very small bhakti, very difficult purification. Yeah, Janaki confirms, not even a one. She had a lot of these gurus going through her house. Lalita, I never saw anybody like you with such a glow, with such a spiritual wind, like I experienced in my dream a few days ago. The embrace you offer us can only be Chaitanya's divine presence. Yeah, everybody. I love that this verse because everybody, you're all poor and unfortunate unless you're unless you're worshiping Lord Chaitanya. See, adoring Lord Chaitanya. He's your idol, but not an idol. You're not a. He's the real deal. Yeah, poor and unfortunate. You don't want to be poor and unfortunate. See, watered with, well, the advent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like an expanding ocean of nectar. One who does not collect the valuable jewels within that ocean is certainly the poorest of the poor. See, the advent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like an expanding ocean of nectar. Yeah, collecting those jewels is so important, isn't it? I was thinking about this. A lot of people they're investing. One of the highest verses in the Atmaram verse, Lord Chaitanya said that a real devotee, a person who has realized God is a capitalist, is the greatest capitalist. They're the greatest investor. Okay? They capitalize on the greatest. Capitalist is capitalizing on situation, capitalizing on like making money and wealth, generating wealth, things like that. See, so what's that verse again? Yeah, yeah. Um, the advent of Lord Chaitanya is like an ever expanding ocean of nectar. One who does not collect the valuable jewels. See, the valuable jewels are these realizations. See, in the vision of the revealed scriptures, this is what liberates people. This is what liberates Krishna in you and me and everybody else. These valuable jewels. See, the Lord loves jewels. Just like people in the world, they're reflections of the truth, reflections of Krishna, right? They like wealth, right? They like jewels, especially ladies, they like jewels, flashy jewels, right? They like jewels. Well, that's the Lord too. See, he likes jewels, and if you give him jewels, you give him wealth. How do you do that? You give him clear conceptions of the absolute truth. See, though you give him jewels, you give him your jewels. And the thing about this wealth and these jewels, they only increase when you give them out. Give and it shall be given unto you, Jesus taught. But giving this, see, you give these valuable jewels out to the Krishna in the hearts of everybody. Otherwise, you're the poorest of the poor, just like the verse says. Oh, you're very poor. That's why you see, I don't look at externals. I look at, when I look at these teachers or gurus and everything, are they collecting the valuable jewels of Lord Chaitanya? A relationship with the Lord, at least with Jesus. Are they collecting some jewels there? They got some wealth there. Devotion. See, devotion enables you. That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He enables you. He's an enabler so that you can collect the valuable jewels in the revealed scriptures. See, this makes the Lord very happy. This is his wealth. Like people say, they like their material wealth. But hey, man, the Lord likes his wealth, these valuable jewels, these. these these realizations of devotees, the revealed scriptures to be discussed and talked about and relished and understood. Because if we understand these verses, we understand the real path. We understand Lord Chaitanya's real glory. PureZeroBhakti.com. Yeah, that's the world, man. Watered with nectar, stone will never sprout a blade of grass. Carefully stretched out, a dog's tail will never straight. A man may reach out his arms as much as he likes, and he will never grasp the moon. A man may follow the rituals of ordinary religion, but without the mercy of Lord Gaur, he will never attain the festival of ecstatic love for Krishna. So that's the situation I've seen in Vaishnavism. They're following the rules and the regulations. They're following all these fasts and all these austerities, chanting 1 lakh. They're stretching out their arms, but they can't capture the moon of Lord Chaitanya. Why? Because they're not looking for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Well, they're looking, I'll find it in the rules. I'll find it in the regulations. I'll find it in the fast. That's what Narayan Raj taught. You fools. You find it in the fast. You find it in the chanting 1 lakh. They're stretching out their arms to capture the moon of Lord Chaitanya. Can't do it. Always 2 fingers too short. Because no pure devotion is awakened in them. They need the grace of Lord Chaitanya. But where is it? Well, they're directly worshiping the little Lord Chaitanya here and a lot of Radha Krishna there. But where is the captured one? They're stretching out their arms with all their Vaidhi practices and all that stuff, but they can't capture Lord Chaitanya. Why? Because you need the real jewel. You need the real devotee, the real associate who gives you the real message of Lord Chaitanya that was brought here. Hey, come get the grace. We have the grace places here. We have the grace of Lord Chaitanya. You can very easily attain this devotion for Lord Chaitanya. Very easily. Any false ego will be purified here quickly. You're stretching your arms out in the wrong way. Stretch them out over here and you'll grab something. You'll get the substance. Where is the substance in the Narayan Raj group or the Radhika? Where's the substance? Where is it? Where is the love? The substance is what? Transcendental substantiality. Substance, substantiality. Substantial. That's what sustains us. See, the love of Krishna, the love of God, is not a many lifetime thing when you have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and prove it every day. It's only the false ego of these followers in Vaishnavism. They haven't got it yet. They haven't figured it out. They keep stretching their arms out in Varnashram Dharma to capture Lord Chaitanya, and they can't reach Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is reached by devotion. That devotion comes through sadhu sangha, of real sadhu sangha, not just talking about it. Narayan Raja was right there. He was in his intimate darshans and talks. He said, you need sadhu sangha. You need sadhu sangha. You need high-class devotees. You need high-class devotees. Well, that's not a high enough class, I guess, because nobody gets ecstatic love of Krishna. Nobody's even conclusive. They're preaching all this long austerity, sadhana siddha thing. Lord Chaitanya is not about that. No, Lord Chaitanya is showing through the devotees like Lalita Ganga and Fanny and all of you here making quick progress. All you need is a real devotee. Glorifying the real Lord Chaitanya, making Krishna happy inside your own heart. You know if you're happy. You know if you're happy with this preaching inside. Some people are not purified enough. They hear this preaching, they misunderstand everything, and oh, go Ari, why are you doing this? Why are you saying that? What am I doing? Glorifying the real fucking path, glorifying the real Lord Chaitanya. You know, sharing the valuable jewels. See, but when you got dirt in the heart because you believe in bullshit and bullshitters, you believe in lesser things and other paths and other teachings and other teachers, you have a hard time, man. You can't get out of you know, even the mode of goodness. The mode of goodness is blinding so many people. Oh my God. They think it's all about recycling. It's all about, being vegan. It's all about this. It's all about saving trees. It's all about life is about saving whales. Life is about doing good deeds. You're blinded by that. You're stretching out for real happiness and you'll find a little something there. Happiness in the mode of goodness. It's like watching a Hallmark movie. Well, a Hallmark movie. You ever watch a Hallmark movie? I do. And it's so moda goodness, but not deep. You see, the man gets the woman, they fall in love, and they live happily ever after, but they really don't. You don't see that part. You just feel the warm fuzzy in the heart. It's very, just all bodily, materially, bodily. They're all talking about illusions. Okay? Hallmark. The best in this world is a Hallmark movie. You know, it's like Father Knows Best. Those 50 sitcoms. Everything seems hunky dory because the Father knows best, and it's all material, bodily stuff. Substance. That's what people need to see. What is really sustainable in this world? What path is sustainable in this world? Sustainability is a big topic in this world because they know people do things that are not sustainable. What we are proving is this path is sustainable. We are sustained by it and we sustain this path in this world. You don't see us stop preaching, do you? You'll we see a thing there while there's breath in this body. You'll see a thing on that thing that will say live in 30 minutes. See, it's sustainable. I've been doing this for years. It's sustainable. Why? Because it's so attractive. It's more attractive than going looking at that Varnashram Dharma and having faith that that's going to purify me, that that's going to deliver me, or the ritualistic worship of Krishna at some temple is going to purify me or deliver me. No, worship in spirit and truth, like Jesus said, is the best of all paths. Lord Chaitanya said that too. Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotion is the best way to worship me. With that spirit of that devotional spirit, man. You know, those devotees know me and they glorify the real me, the real path in this world. And this glorification of the real way, the real path, the real truth, the best of all truths. Jesus got it started. But he was the guy in town 2,000 years ago. He was the path, man. Just believing in Jesus, believing in that person, believing in his word. See? They're the path, and more so now. See, look at the same kind of thing. This is like a Jesus trip, but not like we're tripping out on, false ego like that thing about you. No, it's like a Jesus trip. You know what? This word is not merciful enough that actually demonstrates the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? What, this word doesn't awaken bhakti in people? Oh, it shows you Krishna saying, hey man, this is the place I like. I like to be around. I want to be nourished by real devotees who know me, who are getting to know me. They're nourishing me with really good food. It's all Black life matters. Yeah, Black being political correct. Often the biggest, yeah. Oh yeah, all that stuff is full. It's all full of hypocrisy. Gourmet, connoisseur. You don't go to a place where the taste is bad. Yeah, I mean, the best taste in the world is the truth. It sets people free. It nourishes real bhakti. It keeps you on course. Okay? You eat a main course every day. Yeah. People wonder, why do I preach like this? Man, because it comes down to it. Whose word do you have faith in? I mean, why do I preach about Narayan Raj? I have nothing against him. I have nothing against uh, uh, um, the ISKCON gurus, except the truth. You see, the truth, I just put the truth against them. You know, I put the truth against Narayan Raj's ideas, so that we have a discussion about where is the best path. I mean, is anybody greedy? Does anybody want to go back to Godhead in like a week or 2 or 6 months? Or do you want to make many lifetimes? So I put this truth that I've ascertained by this worship against his conceptions, because people are following those conceptions. They're devotees of Narayan Raj. They're devotees of Acharya Dev. They're devotees of Radhanath. I'm just putting this truth that I've ascertained against all of them, all of their conceptions. What's my fault for doing that? There's no fault in it. If anything, that's called mercy. You know, I know I'm highly misunderstood by even people in the Sangha, because I put these truths against. See, I put them, see, against doesn't mean like when you take the material emotion, he's against me, I'm offended. No, I just put these truths against to lean against you. See, because you're leaning on the false ego understanding. See, so we just put the truth, lean the truth on you there. See, that'll set you free. You may fight, like Roberto. I just put the truth against Roberto, and he rebelled. How dare you offend me? So you just put the truth against you, Roberto. In case you watch these somehow, the truth against you. See, and it's like a branding iron. The truth, it's like, you ever see these guys branding cows? They get this hot iron in a fire. That's Gohari Das's word. Where you're gonna be like branding people, and then you take that hot brand, and that's called truth, man. And you brand all the cows, you just stick that hot fire, and it puts a brand in them. It burns. You might jump around a little bit. What else we got here? See, watered with nectar, stone will never sprout a blade of grass. So you know what repentance is in this age of Kali? In 2024, repentance is to know, my God, I need that mercy, Lord. I want that mercy, Lord Chaitanya. Otherwise, I won't be able to chant Hare Krishna like these little people there with that are don't consider dressing as important or rituals as important. I won't be able to chant with that like them. See, that I won't be able to taste that nectar. You know, uh, people got to know. I mean, you Vaishnavas show me that you don't know. You don't care about this nectar that is my most valuable wealth. Is this nectar, this chanting and communion? This understanding that I'm sharing here. You know, it don't it's so funny, these Radhakun Babajis and these Narayan, they're prancing around on stage, the gurus and everything, but they don't care about this nectar. Can you imagine this nectar that we care about, that Lalita and other devotees are relishing in the names and the pastimes and all? They don't even care about it, and they are pretending to be authorities. What kind of a, you're not, you don't care about this nectar. You don't care about this manifestation of Lord Chaitanya's grace in this world because it's caused us to care and to relish this nectar, to glorify it, to light up the real path again. The real path is the devotees, sadhu sangha, this kind of sadhu sangha. Those who are actual experienced devotees tasting the nectar in the holy name, relishing great transcendental ecstasy, in the name, ever increasing realizations and, that kind of substance. We're doing it, man. This is substantial Krishna consciousness. And you guys are doing insubstantial, un, unsustainable Krishna consciousness. Many people fall away from the rules, even if you followed the rules strictly your whole life, and then you just die dry. You never wet your whistle with the name because you're not following the right path now. When this path arises now, which is arising, that's all useless paths. That's all watering a stone, your stone-like heart, with the nectar of the name, but nothing sprouts. No ecstasy sprouts, no divine relish, no increasing realizations. You're not worshiping the Lord with ecstatic love. Roberto immediately gave us his sound. Yeah, he immediately wanted to curse us. Unbelievable, man. That's false ego. That shows you I'm not going to follow any Mayan thing. Look at the big false ego. You know, that's what I'm looking at. We're all examples of the path we follow. He's following this Mayan path, and he's got a huge false ego, and he's like them, like a witch doctor, like that wants to curse people. If you wrong him, he wants to be able to show you, I'm powerful. I can put a curse on you. Yeah, that is false friggin' ego, man. Big time, isn't it? I don't want that. See, even guys like that, see, they misunderstand. You put the truth against them, and they jump. They think, this is too hot for me. The golden moon of Lord Chaitanya now creates tidal waves in the ocean of love for Krishna. They who will not dive in that ocean must find themselves diving into an ocean of unwanted deeds. Yeah, that's how it is. Liberated souls are false ego destroyers. That's what hurts. Come in contact. Yeah. Yep, that's how it is. Yeah, how do we destroy the false ego? The false ego is false, right? It's not real. You just put the real ego, the real identity. See, the real identity against it. And then it illuminates the highest truth, you see, is the real ego. See, real ego means identity. Like Eckhart Tolle and all these Mayavadis teach, you got too much ego. You got too much ego. See, that's not clear, is it? you know, hey man, destroy the ego. They want to destroy the ego and disappear in some misconception that they're envisioning, which it's inconclusive, man. It's not about getting rid of the ego. It's about getting rid of the false ego identification. So you do that by identifying with the real ego. The real ego is revealed in worship, in with taste, increasing taste, with Bhakti Lata Bij. See the awakening of the real deity inside you. See, people worship the Maya. They worship Maya. They worship people in Maya. They worship teachers still in Maya, and and the result is false ego. Still, they don't get out of the false identification yet. See, you got to worship the real deity. See, not the false. The false deity is Maya. The false deity of those who have not realized Krishna. Doesn't matter how great they are in this world, it's still some falsity in it. Many levels of falsity. You got to worship the real conception of the absolute truth. See? When you get a taste for that, then your illusion of the false ego falls away. Your worship and belief in the false ego and those who identify with the false ego falls away. That's why I was looking. Where is somebody as good as, that could give me something more than this relationship I had with Lord Chaitanya? Where's a real teacher, a real guru? I couldn't find. So what I had was better. And then Prabhupada appeared. Krishna appears. Says, no, you're on the right path, man. You're my servants. That's how rare real devotees are. Okay, let's bring people up here. Krishna, Krishna. Okay, if you got the link, you can come up. Otherwise, I'll give you the link here. So, where is Facebook? There it is. Okay, here's the link for those who don't have it. And Lalita's right here. All right, Lalita. I didn't get to watch your class this morning, but I'll watch it later a little bit. So, give us a word, Lalita.
Yeah, it's all about purification, Guru Maharaj. It's always the same. If people are offended and they immediately talk bad about your back because you do a certain action, you say something or you do a certain action, there is immediately that reaction. If they are not sincere, they can't accept that. They go to talk bad everywhere, and yeah, yeah, that's. So we have a new example now. Thank you, Roberto. We can use you for our preaching. Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't see this, because he said, if you talk bad about me, uh, I'll give you.
Oh, let him come.
He'll give us a didgeridoo sound. This is cursing you, you guys. May you go hard and never experience material happiness again. Okay. I have a hard time anyway.
No idea you gave him so much mercy. You gave him so much mercy by telling him the truth. By actually, I knew when he was saying to me, "Yeah, you don't have to come with anything about Bible. I know everything. I am the master of everybody." I said, "Did you follow class?" "Yeah, with Jehovah Witnesses." I said, "Oh my God, that crap,
Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, God.
that crap." Yeah. Uh, I don't say. Yeah, it's part of the mercy. That's what I said in my class. It is part of the mercy, getting purified. It's not only that awakening. That's what also Johan always said. You have this awakening. Thank you. And now we are at the start of the path. Now you've got to accept all the rest as well.
Hey, Tom, find some place to sit, because it's this movement that you're doing is, yeah, or yeah. Okay. Go ahead there, Lolita.
Uh, yeah, it is part. It is this whole concept of Lord Chaitanya. Johan also, it's not about purification or purification. Yeah, then no growing as well. You know, you don't accept the chastisement or the clarification even of an ecstatic devotee. You were not chastising anybody. You were clarifying actually. Uh, the Lord Chaitanya's spot is the highest spot. Uh, is that offending anybody? Everybody defends his spot even. So
Well, people, they defend the false ego. That's the thing, their
mm,
identification. And,
yeah.
that's why Jesus said, don't think I came to bring peace to the world, material peace. You can't bring peace. You're bringing in the spiritual identity, which goes against the false identity of the world. And otherwise you'd have to be quiet. Prabhupada said, when you attain self-realization, then you should just walk around like a neophyte and don't say anything. But that's okay, general instruction. But if you're preaching, and you're sharing the truth, it's going to cause troubles. I mean, not badly. I mean, in a sense, it's necessary. Like, that's why you need to get the order to preach Raganuga. That's what he was offended about. How dare you say I'm not qualified? You know, this is Roberto. He thought he was qualified to teach. Right? No, I said, well, you didn't get the order. And so this is great mercy for the Lord and the devotees to go through the trouble of being misunderstood. It's like, Shiva knew that he would be misunderstood if he acted uh, like a real devotee with Daksha scene. He's conclusive, so he says, "Oh, I'm not going to stand up for a person that is not worthy to stand up for. The person's in false ego." So he's not a Shuddha Bhakti to worship. So he didn't stand up or give him honor in that way. And the false ego of Daksha reacted. How dare he? Did a Roberto trip. Same thing. How dare he, not give me respect and honor.
There was
Yeah,
nothing to offend and there was nothing to respect.
yeah. There's no. But people are attached to illusion like that. They're. How dare you insult Narayan Raj or Radhanath, or how dare you even speak a word about them? Well, the thing is, I'm here for the truth. The truth is, unless you worship Shuddha Bhakti, unless you worship a real associate of Lord Chaitanya in this line, get out of the line. You're not in the line anyway. So you're out of line. Narayan Raj can't get you there. He even told you he can't get you there. I learned. Yeah, I'm sorry, can't give you prema. You got to follow all these rules and varnashram dharma and all that stuff. And people, there's no nectar. They don't. Their holy name is not awakening in them from their chanting, and still they keep following. You know, no, we're going to keep following. And then so here we're preaching. I'm just putting the truth against that and saying, hey, man, the truth is here. The real mercy is here. Why are you following that path? Why are you following Narayan Raj now when this is here? And people, they rebel. They get angry because they believe that in that illusion. It's all illusion unless you can be delivered. There, even the path they're giving you is still illusion if it's an illusion. Varnashram Dharma is an illusion. Renunciation is still material. All you're doing is renouncing the world dryly. You don't want to. You're just doing it at like an austerity, like a fast. That's not spiritual. But the Lord, Chaitanya's mercy, wants to give you grace. He wants to give you the grace. He wants to give you the ecstasy. He wants to put you spontaneous purification. You just come here and you'll look like Tom, going through something, you know, just by coming here. Oh, he's smiling a little bit. You got to smile at him. Automatically, he just comes here and he gets some purification. Doesn't have to do anything. You know. Go ahead, Lolita. What else?
Did I tell you my dream?
No, no. Go ahead. Tell me your dream.
A few days ago, I was sleeping here on my mattress on the floor. I
Oh,
was sleeping and suddenly, I was dreaming. I must have been dreaming. I can't know anymore if it was a dream or I'm explaining how it felt. I
yeah.
was I was dreaming and I heard voices singing, glorifying Jesus Christ. A whole
Ah,
chorus. I heard them. And suddenly it was like the door here of my flat opened and a wind came inside, whoom, and embraced me strongly. And then I woke up, but I don't know the difference anymore. And I was so ecstatic and I felt so much presence of Jesus Christ. It was different than I was used to feel. It was really the Holy Spirit that, oh my God, it was so strong. So strong. I was quiet for hours. I was I sometimes pray to Jesus and his disciples, and I call them. You know that I call them one by one, and I have that connection there as well. Um, I don't know, Guru Maharaj. It's always expanding. I always get more mercy and contacts, and it's this spiritual sky is getting so big.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. It's like, see, with Lord Chaitanya, you're not bereft of the association of the real Jesus. You get everything is more real, more true, more inclusive. That's why I'm with Lord Chaitanya, because when I went just to Jesus, I started. It was
Yeah,
because what you're with is the conceptions of
yeah,
these persons, and it's lower.
yeah.
It's not as clear. So here everything's included, all the incarnations, all the things. When I read the Bible, or even I was listening to a song about Jesus, yesterday, when Sachi has his stuff playing all the time for the cat. So so I came in the door. Yeah, she had the Jesus song playing for the cat, on the radio. And I was listening. I said, "Yeah, that's so nice. I could really relish that and taste that, because it's about devotion. You know, yeah, and Jesus is wonderful.
He's
That's
here. He's
yeah,
here in our Sangha. He's not
yeah.
there in these Catholic churches. He's in our Sangha. It's really.
Oh yeah, especially the cat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
No,
never knew him. I never knew him before.
yeah,
Before I knew you.
yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't know the real. Yeah,
Yeah.
because usually you got to be around real devotees of Jesus. Otherwise, the place doesn't matter how gorgeous it is, like the Vatican. People just don't know the real Jesus. They go to the Vatican and they have all these choir singers in the big opulent place. It's kind of like a Mayapur thing. You don't understand the real deity yet unless you're with a real devotee. Then you don't need anything. All you need is just to be in that association of a real devotee glorifying the real truth. You know, and then that's it. Then you get the real deity. I mean, you can get it there if you're in the right mood and and all that. Then but usually people think it's in the props. They prop the Pope up. His clothing props him up. This is superficial. Who carries the real spirit? That's the main thing. The pure spirit of God. Yeah. What else there, Lolita? Hey, Funny, where are you, man? Where's Noodles? Where's everybody, man? Let's make a party here.
I'm, s- I'm still enjoying it, Guraj.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lalita is the best Maha enjoyer there, Kamala.
You turned me into a gourmet as well, Guraj. It's your fault.
I'm glad you put on a nice lipstick for Kamala content today, too. He really appreciates that. Where is he today? He'll show up later. He'll show up for the Maya. No, Maha. He only has Maha. We have Maha.
This is a wonderful life, Gurmaraj. This is full of miracles every day. It has nothing to do with what the Christians have. They speak about the miracle of curing somebody, and then a few years later he's ill again, and he will leave the body anyway. That's not the real miracle. The real miracle is breathing real life inside of somebody eternally. Waking up the living God in somebody, and for always, and then feeling that it's always growing and growing. I cannot imagine anymore that I didn't have this. Life has this has been such a big change. So thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Well, I wanted to make friends in this world. I was tired of being alone.
You made some friends. You made some friends.
Yeah, I had to make them because I couldn't get anything from anybody. I had to make some real friends. That are even better than myself. It's great.
You're a good sculpture. You're a good sculpture. It's like God who made Adam and Eve. He made them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, your guru works from the outside, and then inside you see it happen, just like the book says, by the action of the super soul and the acharya. That works perfect. The Lord's working on the inside, we work from the outside, and it's perfect. That's why Krishna awakens. He's like, "Oh, this is a safe place, man, to be born. Natural birth, nature birth." Yeah. Tom, what do you got to say there?
Oh my god.
Is this
Oh,
functional?
oh my god, yes it is. Oh my god.
Is it an upgrade, Tom?
Is it
Oh yes.
upgrade?
Oh my god. Well, every word is so true and is so upgrading. Well, for me, you are really the prima avatar now, and everyone became before you was just a step towards this.
How do you
Whoa.
know that, Tom? Tell me, how do you know that?
I felt the qualities. This is a higher quality, and I felt, yeah, like you said, it's an upgrade every time. If you find something more substantial, and this was really the huge step, the huge upgrade, and it became, I became more and more convinced, and sometimes I had to take a step back and learn again some lessons from Mahamaya. But every time it was very helpful to come back with more conviction, with more um, faith. Yes, it was all um, training my faith in this, in the real truth, in distinguishing the truth from the false, and then the taste, the taste I have a I have quite a story with this taste. Like sometimes I ask, maybe I want to keep tasting and keep it for afterwards, after this life. So I don't need to come back. I don't want to have attraction anymore to come again in this circle of birth and death. So I can kind of postpone my happiness and taste, like it's for later. But this is wow. Resistance is futile when this taste when these feelings have to come, they have to come. I can there's um no risk anymore.
Great, that's good. Sounds like we're in progression here. Upgrades. That's what we like to hear. Lots of upgrades.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's going continuously, this upgrade. There is quality, and then there is training, and so this progress. I'm happy to stay in this progress flow. Yes, thank you.
good, good. Okay, Govinda, give us a word. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a lot to say, but it's just great to be here with all of you. And yeah, it's great to see all these devotees really getting solid and strong and spiritually awoken and glorifying the path, which is you. You're the path, man. Um, it's undeniable. It's so amazing. I'm loving it. I just love to be part of this sangha, involved in doing the service, and these beautiful darshans and spiritual experiences that devotees are having. You can't even talk about this in the institutions of religion because they're jealous and envious. They just quash it and they suppress it. But it's amazing. I just think all the years you've been giving classes to, mostly doing what Bhakti Siddhanta was saying, just give classes to the wolves. It's paid dividends big time. It's amazing, man. Um,
I
yeah,
was stacking
fun.
wealth. I was stacking wealth.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. We never run out of things to do. That's the thing. When I was drinking heavily, I just didn't know how to fill the time. But now there's so much devotional service to do, whether it's books or music or giving classes or phoning the devotees or visiting the devotees, making T-shirts. There's no way we're doing it all in this lifetime. And then I
Yeah,
realize, yeah, it's a Narada Muni trip that's going on here. It's a Narada
yeah,
Muni trip. It really is. It's amazing.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Krishna's giving you a gift, such a nice gift of real service attitude, real enjoying the service, enjoying. That means Krishna's enjoying. This is amazing, It's, yeah, I mean, where you see things like this God's working here so powerfully, so manifestation of His gifts and stuff, and it's so great, man. This is yeah. And it's
Yeah,
just increasing. It's just increasing too. Yeah, go ahead there.
and relishing the other day with Lolita. I just love those pastimes when we was all together in Mayapur, and you would ask
Yeah,
Rangaleka something, and he would always give this big long-winded thing, and you'd always go like, nah, inconclusive, and it was like a ras. It was like a ras that he delighted in, and you
yeah,
were delighted. It's just amazing.
yeah,
What
yeah.
a
I like
family.
those. Yeah, it is amazing. The whole thing. Yeah, India sounding kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what else there, Govinda?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of musical equipment that's come. Prahlad's given me a lot of musical equipment, and I
Oh,
just having a lot of fun, really. Just yeah,
where are you at
yeah.
now? Where are you at now?
I'm still in Wales. I'm in central Wales. Yeah, and
Are you
in
staying with somebody? Are you staying with somebody? Or?
no, I have the log cabin. I have the log cabin, and it's
Oh, okay.
part of a community, a little community. So I've got my own space, but a nice community. Um, I just been varnishing the floor, and I'm going to paint the walls. Just a few basic things.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't have any rent as such. Money to pay out like that. And Pani and Noodles are coming in a couple of weeks. Then we're going to go up and see Prahlad Das in Newcastle and just play around, do some synthing, musical stuff. Yeah, just
Oh, great. Are they
yeah.
driving up to see you?
Yeah, driving to see me, and then we'll go up to Newcastle, up near Scotland, together, and yeah, see what happens, man. I'll probably stay
Oh,
up
that's
there.
yeah, that's great. Oh, you stay up in Scotland for a while,
Well, it's near. It's not far from the border. It's about 100 miles from the border of Scotland. So I stay with Prada a little while. We've
yeah.
still
Oh
got
yeah.
things to do. Yeah, he's made a nice loop of Lolita's singing, and
Oh, great. That's good.
I, I I give him the samples and he does the production. It's a nice kind of working thing. And when I give him the samples, he said, "Oh, that's it now. You've finished now. You can go down the pub." It's like the band. Give him the samples and he does his magic in the production kind of thing.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah,
Oh,
it's all
that's
good.
really good.
And where are you, Gramaj? You're at Mary Satch's.
Yeah, yeah. Back in Tucson. Yeah, I don't know for how long. Maybe just I don't know. We'll see. Feels
You
good,
like that
man.
song? You like that song? I was born under a wandering star. You know that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
that,
Yeah, it's kind of like that, man. The wandering star. Yeah, Krishna feels good about it too. I know because when I please him, it's like get it inside. It's like, yeah, yeah, man. Let's be free. Let's move around a little bit. Let's share the mercy. Lolita does good. She travels from.
I
She's
looked
been.
you up for 6 months, Guru Maharaj.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
looked you
yeah,
up for 6 months.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 6 months we were together. Man, it went by so fast too. Like shoot, it was done. Yeah. Balaram couldn't believe it. He says, "Yeah, you ain't gonna last with that guy for
For 1 month, he said, don't go for
what?
2 months.
Oh,
1 month, Lalita. 1 month. That would be more than enough for you.
more than enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Let's take a little break. Sorry, a couple hours already. Wow, by quick. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see you in a little bit and see what happens. Hare Krishna. Thanks.